My name is Seti and welcome back to the channel where we make educational technology easy for you. In today's video, another product demo, and today we're looking at the iPevo VZX document camera. So let's dive into it with another flipped classroom tutorial. Now this document camera is amazing. It is not only going to allow you to clearly visualize everything on your desk, but it can also be used with various different video conferencing software, and that's what I'm going to demonstrate today. Now first things first, what is a document camera? Now document camera is going to connect to your computer and then it acts as an additional camera, so you can use it to visualize things on your desk, or you can use it to share different lesson content. Now this camera is unique in that sense that it has a battery, so it is very portable. You can move it around your classroom, but you can also use it where you want, on your desk or on a different desk in your room as you're teaching. Now you can also move it once you've already connected it. Now it connects using three different ways. It can either connect over USB, or you can use either an HDMI connection, or you can even connect over Wi-Fi. And that's why I like this one so much, because you can use it in the classroom, and because it's connected with Wi-Fi, you don't have those wires to mess around with, and you can just move it around desks and then highlight things that your students are doing onto the big board or onto a projector. Now I've been using it a lot for online teaching because we're all at home now and we're teaching our lessons using video conferencing software. Well, this camera is recognized as a webcam. That means that as soon as you connect it to your computer, no matter what piece of software you use, it will recognize it as a camera input. So let's go ahead and have a look at how that works. Now I've got a USB cable. I'm going to show you how to do it with USB, but like I mentioned, it works with HDMI and also Wi-Fi. Now the first thing you'll have to do is look at the back of this device. Now here on the back, you'll see that there is a number of different connections. Now I'm going to go ahead and plug in the USB cable, and then the other side of my cable is going to go into my computer. I'm going to place this camera onto the desk in front of me, and this way I can aim that camera downwards and I can really visualize my documents. Now I'm going to plug in the other side into the computer. There we go. And now we're ready to get started. Now all that's left for us to do is turn on the camera and fire up the video conferencing software. So let's go ahead and open up Zoom. And we're going to turn on our camera. Going to start a new meeting. Now you can see by default it's using the laptop's webcam, but what we can do now is, because we've already connected our camera and switched it on, we can change that camera source. So here in the bottom I can go to my video drop-down box, and one of the options here is the iPevo VZX. As soon as I select that source, the camera feed is going into my video conferencing software. It is a live feed, so I can start drawing, I can start writing, and everything is sent to that video conferencing software. Not only that, I have a number of additional buttons, so I can also add a bit of light there, makes it a bit brighter, and there is a range of different filters. So when you click on the filter button on the camera, now using these different filters here, this will enable you to make sure that the image is always crisp clear and that your students can really follow along with what you're doing. So we're going to just leave it like this, and what we're going to do now is we're going to show you a number of additional ways of using this camera. So let's go ahead and close this. We're going to click on End Meeting. I'm going to show you just how easy it is to do this within other platforms as well. So now instead of Zoom, we're going to fire up the Google Meet platform, and we're going to start a demo meet. There we go. And again, by default, you can see here it is immediately selecting the correct feed, and we can now start using this to teach online. Not only that, we can also use this as a webcam. So let's go ahead and point it upwards. Now you can see I'm upside down at the moment, but no problem. There is a button right there that we can click, and there we go. This is now a second webcam feed. So at the moment now we're using two cameras. We're using the main camera, which I'm using to record this video, and we have the iPevo camera, which is also being used as a webcam. Now as you can see from the picture quality right here, this is a much higher quality camera than the built-in webcam of most laptops. So not only is it a great document camera, it's also a wonderful camera to use for live meetings or even your video conferencing with your students. Now, that's the hardware side of things. There's also a software side of things, and the software is going to allow you to do a number of additional things. So let's have a look at the iPevo software now. We're going to bring the camera back down, and we're going to aim it at our document. Now before we can get started, we have to open up the software. So let's go ahead and select the iPevo software. We're going to go ahead and open up the iPevo Visualizer software, and there we go. It is going to instantly recognize the document here. You can see it is already taking that feed. Now once the software is running, you'll notice that there is different buttons down the side. Now these are all the same buttons that you will see on the device right here. So the buttons on the device are represented within the software. At the bottom, however, we have a number of additional features. Here we can take a picture, we can record a video, but these are my favorite options. Here we have a slow motion version and we have a time lapse. Now let's go ahead and select slow motion and let's see what that looks like. So we're going to go ahead and record a slow motion. Let's press record. We're going to call this demo and there we go. It's now recording. And now whenever I draw, let's just go really quickly. There we go. Lots of circles. It is recording everything. And then we're going to press stop. This has now been converted into a slow motion video, which you can see right here. And this shows you just how easy the iPevo camera and the visualizer software is to use within your lessons. Let's have a look at the time-lapse option now. Let's go back up and let's select time-lapse. We're going to again select the folder where we want that file stored, and now it is taking various shots. So now I'm going to just draw this little line here, and it is very, very slowly taking different shots. So you can see we're at shot 12 now, 13, and it's just going to turn this into a time lapse. Now the time lapse will speed everything up, and then once we're finished, it is again going to output that file. You can see the file right here, and this is what your time lapse will look like. So these are all built into this software package. So together with the iPevo document camera and this software, you have everything you need to create engaging lessons and really motivate your students. Now these are not the only things you can do with this software. Now I'm going to go into the simple mode, so we're going to just switch to the larger UI. There we go. You can see we have those same buttons yet again. Now we've already looked at the slow motion and stop motion. You also have a number of additional features. You can scan barcodes and you have a text to speech. Now I really like the text to speech. It allows you to just scan books and then have that text spoken through the software. We can also take pictures of different documents and it's automatically going to find the sides and really crop it neatly. And then we can also magnify or zoom into content. Again, all useful features. Now let's say that you are in a video conferencing call and you want to use your webcam. Well, you can always share your screen, and then when you're sharing your screen, you pull up the visualizer software, and then that is the view that you're sharing with your students. So all in all, I have found this camera an incredibly useful tool, especially for online learning, and I think that you will enjoy using this as well. Now there's a link in the description below for even more information about this document camera. If you have any questions or any comments about document cameras, leave them in the comment section below. Now I'd love to hear how you are using document cameras. Is it something that you've been thinking about, and are you already using a document camera? Let me know, and then we can all start a conversation about how we can use these tools effectively in the classroom. Now, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.